Hey, sweet friends. I just wanted to do this for my subscribers. I have seen a couple of YouTubers do this for their subscribers, and I want to do this for my sweet friends who has made my channel what it is today. So starting with 2019, we were in the other house, and you're going to see that I use a lot of items that I have used over the years, and this is Sammy the Scarecrow. He makes his appearance each year. This was something that I had put together for my door. And there is the bench. The bench still remains on my front porch. And I used a thrifted throw along with a pillow cover that I got from Amazon. And you're going to see this autumn sign. This autumn sign is something Mr. Fix-It and I had made, and we bring it out each year, and we really enjoy these signs that we made for our porch. As simple as it is, guys, this is my table that I still have. And just a little bit of arrangement. That scarecrow is something that I made for my table many years ago. And up on the chair, you see that scarecrow. That was a little applique quilt. And this is the cabinet that you still see today, but it did get a paint job, and it got painted white. And then some of the same dishes that you still see today. I keep everything and I bring it out at different times. And this sign is something that I used to write with the chalk. And I think I now have that in my mud room. And this is also in my mud room. I've moved it there. And that was just so simple, something that I had over my sofa. And this was the fireplace that we had at our other home. Loved the brick, but I did not like the TV over the fireplace on the mantle. I love to decorate a mantle. And then this is my hutch. And for this year, this is something like a pre-fall, and I do change it up. You're going to see many things changed for 2019. That was my biggest year, my first year on YouTube that I really started decorating. I actually put a video out at the end of 2018 of redoing my kitchen, but this was when it really started, was fall of 2019. You're also going to see my little tier tray here. I did paint it white. I want to update it, brighten it up. And then I also still have my shelf from Hobby Lobby that I now still have in my kitchen at this home. I made up a little cidered apple, spiced apple cider bar that year. If you want to go back and watch any of these fall home tours at Farmhouse at Meadow Hill, I created a playlist for you. We're now moving into fall of 2020, and although we were buying this home at that time, I did our decorations there for the fall home tour because I was too pressed to get anything together here in this home. So this is just a little gallery wall, and many of those items you still see in my home today. I bring them out and I add to. I have two of these chairs. One is in the master bedroom and one is in my office. And you can see why I wanted to paint that cabinet, because you can't see anything in it. And then this was just some more of the fall decorations for 2020. And this was the hutch in the pre-fall, and you're going to see that change here in just a little bit. The Kirkland truck, metal truck, I still have. I think I have now out on my front porch, and it has been many different places. And here is an updated version of that wall hanging. And I used my Cameo silhouette to put a pumpkin on there. And then my apple basket that I painted and put in some throws. And many of this stuff, like I said, guys, you see it over and over. Sometimes it just gets moved around. And I did love the buffalo check. I don't know if you can tell, but this is when the table got downsized by Mr. Fix-It. I did a few DIYs then. I thought that's where I wanted to go with my YouTube channel. So you'll see a few of my DIYs there. And this is the table when it was downsized. It was too big and I wanted to get my hutch over there. But shortly after we did this, then we started house hunting. So fortunately, Mr. Fix-It kept that table and was able to put it back the way that it originally was. And this was just fall, pre-fall. Here it is, it's changed up for this year. And this is when I really started wanting to do some decorating for YouTube and changed it up a little. And this is more of a traditional style that I'm using here, along with some terracotta pots, lots of pumpkins. And you can see my old scales setting up there on the hutch. These little soup tureens, you'll see this year. I usually bring those out every year. And like I said, I just keep using over and over and adding a little bit more, and it does take a little while. And then this wreath was the one from Kirkland. You've seen that in my decorating this year. I still have those lamps from Hobby Lobby and the throw pillows. You'll see where I used those this year in a different spot. And then this is just changed up a little through the fall. And these same drapes, when we moved, I now use these drapes. I got them from Bed Bath & Beyond on clearance, and I have them in my dining room today. That little table was something my husband's grandfather had made way back in the 40s, and we still cherish that. Those pillows came from Kirkland's, and this is something that I do miss. My screened-in porch when we lived there. That was a little table that I got from Goodwill, and I just painted it, and it went in between the rockers and decorated for the fall out there. But we are hoping to screen in this porch a little bit because I truly do miss that. And here is last year's 2021, and that was here in the home where we're at now, here in the country. And I just loved decorating my mailbox out at the end of the road. And hey guys, if you're new here, welcome. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. I welcome you. I've got lots of videos. And then this is my console table last year. And we're back at the front porch here. The rockers are on the front porch. The bench is on the front porch here at this home. And just decorated it up just a little for the fall. It's a very long porch. We went from something very small, and so it is hard trying to put a lot of things together that matches on this super long porch. Sammy the Scarecrow making his appearance this year. Love the mums for the fall. Added a couple of pumpkins last year. And then these Fairfield tall black pots. They're a little bit hard to decorate, but I put some mums in it for that year, a few pumpkins, and just a very simple wreath on the door. There is the autumn sign that we made that's making its appearance again. And then inside, the two wall arches are still above the bench. Decorated it up a little bit different this year, but this is what it all looked like last year. And you can see the quilt there on the sofa. That was the Scarecrow applique quilt that you've seen the year before. And just something very simple for the tablescape. But a lot of times I will reuse a lot of things and just sort of move it around, and I love adding new things each year. This was my mantle last year, and that was just a big frame that was painted and added that wreath as a pop of color. And the ladder, there is my ladder that Mr. Fix-It made for me with some fall quilts on there. So guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. Would love to have you in here on the YouTube community. And I thought I would just share this with you. For this year, 2021, I did decorate up my bedroom just a little bit. And you're going to see that. Here is that cabinet that was painted white, and you can see how much better that those items now show up in there. And this was my fall kitchen. A lot of farmhouse buffalo check. For 2021, here is where I placed my scale and just added a vintage bowl and a little white pumpkin. I did bring out my noodle board, and this is how I decorated it for that year. And above my stove, I just added this little wicker basket that said welcome, that came from Hobby Lobby, and added a couple of pumpkins. And coming on around the kitchen for last year, I added these cutting boards along with the West Virginia picture and added some pumpkins. In the jar, I added some copper cookie cutters. So, sweet friends, I hope you enjoyed this, looking back through the years on my fall decorating. I couldn't have done it without each and every one of my viewers and my subscribers. I thank you so much. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. Welcome, and be sure and hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell and stick around. My 2022 home tour is coming up soon, so look for that. Those of you who want to stick around, there's a little 7-minute video clip at the end here showing you how we had a great time on our Tennessee 2022 vacation.